Hi guys, I'm back with another HiFi review. It won't be shaky because I'm using tripod and this joke never gets old. This time I'll be reviewing fake Audioquest Dragon Zero speaker cable. Okay, so why do I have this cable? I have this cable because I own Audioquest Rocket 11, Rocket 22, Rocket 54 cables, originals. And recently I've realized that it's possible to buy fake Rocket 88 on Ali. I've bought a set of Rocket 88 cables and they'll have another separate review. But spoiler alert, they were so good that I've decided to go and spend some money on this fake Dragon cables. Yes, can you hear? Dragon Zero, can you see? Yes. Obviously I got set of two of them, but they are so big and heavy that I've got only one channel here. So, starting with build quality. The cable is very stiff. It's actually a real solid core inside. I got inside the plugs because I've been changing one set to bananas from Spades. And the first thing, it's not solid silver. It's again, as for my fake Audioquest well signature cable, it's silver plated copper. The second thing, yes, the diameters of the wires inside are different. I mean, the geometry of the cable looks, I think, as it should look in original one, in original Dragon cable, at least from like what I can judge from the photos that I found on the web of the internal structure. It has DBS system. I'm not sure if I can, yes, let's remove it. It has functioning DBS system. It really does output 72 volts. I've checked this with my meter, connecting my plug inside there. And what's interesting, the DBS is connected to the shielding as it would be in a real original cable. So that's something interesting. It seems like the DBS system here is real and it's working as it's intended to be working. The size of the cable, it's thick. It's thick. As far as I know, the outside diameter and outside size are as in original cable. The quality of connectors here is good, and I've actually done the scratch test on one of the spades, and the spades seem to be a real copper with silver plating. So it looks like the plugs are the real deal, or at least as close to the real deal as they can be. Okay, that's about the plugs. And for the sound, that's the most important thing. Remember, this cable is a fake. It's not using real silver, it's using silver plated copper and copper, but the geometry seems to be the same as in a real Dragon Zero, and the DBS system is real, the same as in a real cable. And we have additional actor there. So I've done a comparison with my original cables, and I've checked this cable against this other fake Audioquest Rocket 88, and this cable came on top. It's very natural, it's very quiet, if it does make sense. It gives a very black background and it conveys a lot of detail that I haven't heard earlier. I know it's a cliche, but I have Martin Logan electrostat system. It's very transparent and it's very hard to surprise me with something new in the songs that I already know. The treble is very airy. It doesn't give any kind of sibilance, even with some poorer recorded songs that I have. And what's interesting, these songs were harsh with some other cables. With this one, they are not. But it's not like we're losing the highest frequencies, or we're losing some kind of detail. These songs do not sound harsh, even though we're not losing anything from the frequency spectrum. The bass is really fast, it's very detailed, it has a nice timbre and it has a nice texture. So I really like the sound of this cable. This is actually the best sounding cable that I have heard in my life. And I'm serious about that, even though it's fake. So this gives me a pause, and this gives me a food for some thinking. I mean, obviously the materials are not like in original, because it's not pure silver. It's silver plated copper, but the geometry seems to be right. The DBS is working, which makes you wonder how much of the final result is in geometry and how much of the final result is in quality of the materials. Because if it's not solid silver, then I'm pretty sure it's not a perfect surface copper, or it's not a perfect solid surface silver, or whatever Audioquest calls these. Having said that, the geometries, the diameters of the wires inside looks like they should be looking in original. They are not the same. Some of them are thicker, some of them are thinner. There are some copper wires, there are some silver plated wires, and there is a shielding with DBS connected. Interesting stuff. It's in terms for the speaker cables, I'd say the price for that is here in Europe in the medium range. It's not as expensive as other cables, it's not as cheap as some other cables, but let me put this this way. This is a 3 meters long cable. As I've checked, the retail price in Europe for that would be a bit over 41,000 euros. That's right, 41,000 euros for 3 meter cable. That's a lot. I haven't paid that kind of money for that, and it still is the best cable that I have in my home, or I have heard in my life. So, here it is. I've said it. This fake is great. It's a fake. It doesn't use the right materials. It has the right geometry, and it still sounds great. About the downsides. The downsides are: this is plastic. I don't know if in a real cable this is plastic or metal, but this is plastic, and I don't like this. It should be metal because the cable is thick. It's thick as hell, and it's very hard to bend. As you can see, this one single cable is very thick and it's very hard to bend. But this one, this is a completely different story. It's like it would have its own wheel. I'm struggling to change the shape of the cable. So, I won't say I recommend the cable because it's fake, and I'm not recommending the fakes. But if you'd be interested in hearing the sound of the fake, go and buy one. But please do not try to sell it in small local adverts, because it's not a nice thing to sell fakes locally. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll try to record another one on my another fake cable, because actually I went on a rampage after I got this fake Audioquest Rocket 88. I went on a rampage and I bought a whole load of fake power cables, fake NIVDOST cables, speaker cables and power cables and some other interconnects, and maybe I'll do a review for all of them. Okay, stay tuned and enjoy the rest of the day.